What's going on, BGG? Happy Thursday. Happy Thought of the Day Thursday. I did not see any thoughts come in today. Did you see any thoughts come in today?
I didn't see any.
There's two currently.
Okay, well, we got to go in there and look. I got to go and look.
I have to post mine as well this afternoon, so it's not over yet.
Maybe
But today, go ahead and let's bring in our special guest of the day.
Yes, we have Miss Kama in the building. We thank you, Miss Kama. I know you are so busy and you've taken this moment with us, and we want to say thank you for joining us.
I appreciate it. I greatly appreciate it.
She is an educator, a business, a entrepreneur, a superpreneur, a coach, a trainer, a real estate broker, a college professor. She's every woman.
Those many.
I like that. Every woman.
Yeah, I'm just glad to call her my friend. Shoot.
Well, I appreciate you.
Yeah, she works hard getting the bag and helping others, and that's what it's all about. So welcome to the Business Growth Group.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I greatly appreciate it.
All right. So we're so Kama has a number of different organizations, and and as we're talking about this, there's so many people out here that need help and good quality help and opinions, and she has a group that I love. It's really for young folks. So you want to talk about your nonprofit first?
Sure. So I have a nonprofit. It's called Loving Me First. And I originally started it because I was in a domestic violence marriage and I wanted to teach others how to be able to get out of the marriage and how to sustain out of the marriage or the situation, relationship, because a lot of times people stay because they don't know what to do when they get out. And I was a mental victim of that. And so I started Loving Me First, and I realized I stayed too. I didn't know who I was. I didn't love myself enough. And I was like, I know that there's more to life. And when I realized that and I started digging myself out, I realized that it started with me. And so I put this together back in 2015. I had put on an entrepreneur conference, and there was someone there that did, they helped you do your nonprofit. And so I said, you know what, I'm just going to do it. So I put it together with the thought of helping others. And then from there, I began that same year, a few months later, I began to put together a mentorship program for young girls. And through the mentorship program, it was to help girls build self-esteem, because my daughter, she had attended Rancho Verde High School in Moreno Valley. And I tell you, it was like World War III on that campus. And I was hurting because they were primarily Black girls. It was like 60 fights this particular year within like 2 months. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Then I found out 75% of the fights were Black girls. And I realized it's because they didn't know who they are, they don't know who they are or really understand who they are. And they were fighting each other for what? And so I started that, and I've been going on ever since.
Nice. So with that, what is the with your the second, I can't remember what it's called, the leadership, the one for the young girls, what's your age for them? So
the mentorship program is from in the schools, because I am now contracted through Moreno Valley Unified School District. I just got a call for another school district, but it's I start from 4th grade to 12th grade.
Nice.
So we're in elementary, high school, and middle school.
Very needed, because I noticed like growing up, that was one of the things that I dealt with growing up is being bullied. And so here that there's a mentorship program definitely in the school now is very helpful, because our girls, they lose themselves. For some reason, we lose ourselves in the process. We don't know what the issue is. I don't really what causes us to revert another direction a lot of times. But
well, I'm gonna tell you real quick, a lot of times when we're born, right, we have no idea what's happening in the world. We don't see someone's skin tone. We don't know, we don't know much, right? It's not until we get older that we start looking at things, whether it's in the household or at school, all of a sudden, especially now, babies have cell phones and they're scrolling, they're on TikTok, they're on all this kind of stuff. And they're thinking that because someone that looks a certain way or has a certain skin tone or has a certain length of hair or whatever the case may be, they're looking at them like that's what I'm supposed to look like, or that's what you're supposed to look like.
Right.
And so because it's not what some people may think is the norm, then we start picking on people. Or because our friends start picking on somebody, we start doing the same thing to hurt other people. So it starts young.
Yeah.
And people want to be accepted.
It does. Because with the one thing about with like, for me, for instance, my hair, I'm telling you, it has been a struggle for me to embrace my natural, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I've been getting so many compliments on my natural. I'm like, wait, what? You know,
but when you were younger, did you get, would you have gotten compliments on it? It's different, right? Certain things are now, right.
I got bullied with a lot of different things. I got bullied for my weight. Look, I was just straight up and down, you know, so that was something that, you know, even though sometimes we act like we're harder than we are, deep down inside, it's an inner thing. And so it affects us eventually when so many people start making fun of us, right? Correct. So I love that you have this mentorship because I'm truly believing that it's going to really help to home. Important for the parents to encourage kids, even though like my daughter, she'll walk around, she's free. She wants to wear her hair the way she wants to wear it. She wants to wear whatever she wants to wear. She's comfortable in her skin.
Yeah.
And I want to encourage even my boys, like that is something that we should encourage. If they don't get encouragement somewhere, it should be at home first. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's hard because you have siblings and they make fun of you and then all of that. So I find that to be very, very important. So how can people get connected with you? Now, do you do only contract with school or are you outside school too?
So a little bit of both. A lot of I'm working, I should say, on doing more within the community. I've done some workshops. My main thing has been location, trying to find a place that I can start bringing people in. Moreno Valley College, they blessed me and allowed me to use their facility. I've had churches let me use their facility. And I am in the process of renting a facility that I can have girls come in for this more frequently that may not be able to make it in the schools, because what I do find is some parents, they don't hear about it because maybe they don't check their emails. And then at the high school level, some of my girls that are involved, they're involved with sports, so they can't join. So that's been my big push, is to find a facility that I can house a few girls, you know, a small amount, but it's, you know, it's a start. I don't despise small beginnings. To be able to do it on the weekends and possibly virtually. I've done virtual, but I do put on events throughout the community as well, so that they can be able to get something from Loving Me First.
Love it. That's awesome. I love that. Loving me first. Got to, because if you don't love you, who else gonna love you, right?
Who else gonna love you? That's right.
So Rob saying you got like 50 million, you know, you like
I'm every woman, right?
businesses, you know, it's a beautiful thing.
I'm an entrepreneur.
First, that's it. So what would you say to an upcoming youth, adult, someone that is working on coming into entrepreneurship? What advice would you give them today?
My biggest thing is to get educated on what you're getting into. So I am a real estate broker, which means I own my own brokerage. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean that, but I do. I have my own real estate brokerage in Moreno Valley. And there's some things that I have to know. Even if I wasn't a broker, just being a real estate agent, I'm an independent contractor. Although I have to work under a brokerage, I'm responsible for my own business. I only get paid on commission. So I would suggest that if you're looking at becoming an entrepreneur, that you would pay attention to what does it entail financially, take classes, do things that you need to do to help better further. And you know what? Get a coach or a mentor. That is key. You don't do it by yourself. I did it by myself for years.
Wow.
Need a coach or a mentor to help guide you so you can build a solid foundation so that you can outlast and you can be recession proof, meaning that no matter what happens in the economy, you're still thriving.
Yeah, those are some good nuggets. I remember, I want to say it was my goodness, I can't remember her name, top of my head. Caitlin, matter of fact, Caitlin also said the same exact thing. And every entrepreneur that I encountered, they say the same exact thing. Get you somebody that knows what they are talking, what they know. You know what I mean? And you never know. You want to make sure that you get those nuggets, because just like you said, you never know what could happen in the long run. But why work harder when you can work smarter, right? Absolutely. And this person some things that they can guide you with. What's up, Rob? He's back.
Facts. Yeah, on that same note, one of the things that you just said there just rang my bell, because there's another side of it too, of entrepreneurship, and that's the not an entrepreneur, and we have a lot of people that really should just be in a job, and that's okay. So and like for our group, we focus on entrepreneurship, but we also want to focus on personal growth, because if you're just suited for a job, then just be good at your job, though, because it's a competition, right? If you're an entrepreneur, we know that, hey, we only get paid for the fruit that we bear, right? If you bear no fruit, hey, you're in trouble. But likewise, in a job, it's a competition, and when we look at it, a lot of times, I always catch young folks, and I go to different conferences, and sometimes I'll speak. I tell folks all the time, is just miss me with all the, I got a microaggression. Just assume everybody don't like you, okay?
Right.
Because we got neighborhoods where we look like each other, and guess what? They don't like you, right? You don't live here. We don't. You need to get up out of here. So it's the same thing in business, and it's a competition. It's the best, sometimes, and then sometimes it's not going to be fair, right?
Yeah.
So you got to learn the tricks of the trade, and that's where coaching comes in, because a coach and a mentor can steer you out of that dissension, and can provide you some wisdom and some knowledge, and likewise has resources or can point you to resources. So I'm with you 100.
Well, I always say look at sports. I'm a fan of football. And one thing I do know is that everybody has a coach. They don't just go out there on the football field and all of a sudden they're just working together. A lot of them can't work together. So they even need a coach to make sure that maybe mentally they're not vibing, but they better vibe on that field. But that coach is there. Michael Jordan had a coach. I mean, he didn't do this all by himself. A coach is somebody that's going to bring out your greatness and bring out more in that what they see in you that you don't even see within yourself. And that's why it's important. I literally just 2 days ago, I'm in this group called, it's called Woman Up. It's to help build women leaders in our industry. And I put on there, I said, I'm searching for a coach as a broker, because there's only so much that I can do. I'm at a point right now that I want to explode in business and help my agents. And the only way I can do it is with a business coach. So everybody, the greats of the greats need coaches. So we are not exempt, and we have to utilize anything that that's going to help us stay great, and that's going to stabilize us in whatever business industry we decide to be in.
That's good.
Stay great. Stay great.
That's it. There's this quote that says, you don't have to be great to start. but you have to start to be great.
Yeah.
So we start from somewhere. It's ground zero, and everybody has a ground zero. So when you're jumping into any kind of business, you can't look at it and say, why am I not there? Like I tell my agents, don't look at the other person to the left. If you can't learn from that person, don't look at them and say, well, they've been in the business longer, or they know this, or they know that person. It doesn't matter. Everybody started at a ground zero. You either learn from the person or you turn a blind eye if that's going to be a distraction to you. But you focus,
Right.
you got to focus on you. You can't focus on, everything negative or what you may turn into negative around you.
Right. Good stuff. Wow. We appreciate the knowledge. We appreciate you coming on, giving us your time. Rob, I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Okay, Kama has some events too. We do, although we do similar things, we know she's helping folks, we're helping folks. And
Right.
we're gonna be a sponsor to one of her events coming up. And Kama has we have women's,
Yeah.
she's got one too. And then she has a couple, come put your stuff out there. Come on, Kama.
I have, so our big event that I am excited about is going to be held on October 22nd. It's my 7th annual girls conference. It'll be held in the city of Moreno Valley. My goal is 300. Last year we got about 225, and I don't think that 300 is impossible. So it's for young girls from middle school to high school, and their parents. And I like to bring in the parents because a lot of times the parents need to hear some of the stuff that the girls need, because sometimes they'll go home and be like, I learned this, I learned that, or guess what? And the parent is like, oh yeah, I don't believe that. But when I get the parents in, there's something about them that they come to me and they're like, what do you have for us? So we're having that October 22nd. It is completely free. We're going to have Chick-fil-A. We have some giveaways that we're going to be giving away. We have raffles that we're going to give away. You don't have to bring a dime. All you have to do is just show up. It'll be from 10 to 1:30. If you go to lovingmefirst.org, you can find out a little bit more information of who we are, and that's spelled out lovingmefirst, FIRST.org, to find out more information. But throughout the years, I just put on my first entrepreneur conference about a month ago. And then I also put on a virtuous woman's tea. That I do that every year as well. So
She's just doing these things and is, energetic and no, I mean, you do it because you're just led to do it. No one's saying, oh, I have to do this. And look at the smile on her. She's smiling and feeling good and strong about what she's doing. And we appreciate you, Kama.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Just that information so we can make sure that we we can
push it for you. Yeah. That's kind of what we do.
I will.
So
I emailed it, but I emailed the wrong email address, so I'll send it out.
No worries.
Just so everybody understands.
Yeah.
One of the, we tell folks, don't, not join the Chamber of Commerce because you're hanging out with it. Join the Chamber of Commerce. But what we do a little bit differently is we lean into making sure that we're promoting entrepreneurship and entrepreneurs on a regular. And we don't charge you any money for coming in here and being part of the group. But some of the things that we do offer, because we do have, some of the very low cost advertising, we have very low cost coaching, we have other things that we put out there, and then we'll help you promote your business, but you got to come on and promote your business, but be active in the group. And then likewise, when it comes to personal growth, and we're just like, we have another guy coming into one of our other programs talking about social and emotional things. We need to lean into that part too, make sure that we're right, so that we can get on in a group and have a smile and be confident and self-confident. So
can I just say this real quick, Rob? Like my a few years ago, this wouldn't have been me. My emotions and everything was up and down, but what I've learned is that you really have to understand, for one, life is short. And through depression that I've been through some of the hard times I've been through, I brought on some more stress, physical stress that caused health problems. And I've learned that you know what, we have one life. And every time God gives us a chance to get up and we have breath in our lungs and we can move around and be mobile. And even if there's certain things we can't do, we have to really push through those barriers and just know that there's a better day coming. And so I try to keep that. And the more that I can help other people, it makes me feel that much more better as a human being. And it keeps me excited about being able to get up to help somebody in life. So today I finished a training to help. I just trained some realtors, and it was, you know, it made me feel good. And these are supposed to be my competition. They know I tell them, y'all ain't my competition. I compete with myself. I know what I have. I know my value. There's millions literally of realtors or hundreds of thousands of realtors across the nation, but there's something special that I bring to those that I serve. So I look at life at a different way, and that's how we have to live life.
Yes. Yes.
Straight fire, y'all. That's what I'm saying.
I love it.
I love it. I love it. So anyway, we appreciate you, and let's we'll have to get together real soon to do that lunch thing. Okay.
Yes. Good. So I'm gonna go ahead and
wait a minute. We got to get her to join the group, because she probably would have, if she would have posted that today on Thought of the Day Thursday, she probably would have won with that.
She can still write. She can still put it on there. So just join the group.
Yeah, we got. Let's send her the invite. Brandy, send her the invite.
She can write it in there.
I'll join.
Announcements are as follows. Look, the announcements are as follows.
Yeah, and you can also post all your stuff too. If you have on Mondays, any events that you got coming up, or just post
whatever you have going on. Yes. Yeah. So August the 20th, we are having our boot camp leadership right in the city of Riverside. I always forget the name of the building. So Rob, you go to say the name of the place.
Tyler Mall. If that family is all that matters.
Family all that matters.
On the second floor. Yeah.
So we will the tickets are $40 for and for students it's $20. We also have vendor spaces as well. So we are looking for vendors as well, $40 for that. Food is included on that day. Just want everybody to know it's going to be phenomenal. We got some phenomenal speakers that's going to get up, that's going to hit the stage and give us some knowledge. So you guys want to check that out. We do have it posted in the group. You want to make sure you subscribe to the group so you can get the information, so you don't forget, so you don't miss what is going on. We want to put out there that we are also looking for Green Book advertisers that would like to put their business out there for the month of September. But we have some amazing people that we want to shout out right now. Mr. Glenn Hunter, that's always supported us, that has showed up to everything that we do. So we thank Glenn Hunter. Want to thank Bulldogs. We want to put Rob Rax on the market. We also want to I was on a roll. I was on a roll. Who else?
B Mitch Enterprise.
B Mitch Enterprise.
You want your bling gear, your bedazzled cups and mugs and all that. She does it all.
Yes. And then my books are also in the Green Book. So if you would like a book, you can Cash App and you'll get a book. One of my books, I have 3 books out there. I'm a published author, guys. So we also have those out there. So we thank you guys. We have Leading Edge Learning Center. You looking for your child for tutoring? I know school just started, but some of our students are still struggling to get from when they were at home from COVID and all that stuff, and they're trying to get back into the room of things. So we have Leading Edge that we want to put out there as well. And we do coding as well for Leading Edge. We have, if you're looking for a virtual office space right there in the city of Riverside, you want to go ahead and check out the office. And we also have BGG chat on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So that's what I have for you.
Kama Burton,
I'm here.
Yes. All right.
Hey,
Okay,
I want to
guys.
sponsor 2 kids for that event. So just let me know where I send the money to.
Awesome.
So
Awesome. I'll send you the
I'll sponsor 2
information.
kids. Yep,
Okay. I'll send you the information. Thank you, Karma. Appreciate it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Farm.com.
Okay. All right, guys.
All
All right.
right.
Thanks so much.
Hold on 1 second, Georgina.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
it's okay. All right, guys. We'll see
All
you
right.
next time. BGG, we are
BGG.
out of here.
Out.